Today I'm going to perform an all-on-4 implant placement using computer-guided surgical guide from Implant with angulated implants as well, and I will be using BioHorizon implants. This is the edentulous maxilla that I have, and I'll be placing the surgical guide over it. It will be a safe guide with flapless procedure, and I'll be placing 4 implants. This is the surgical guide. It's a flapless surgical guide. It's called Safe Guide from Implant for BioHorizon. This is exclusive for BioHorizon. And these are master cylinders. They are yellow in color. These are the areas for the retentive screws or pins that we use. These two will be angulated, and it's angulated about 30 degrees. This is how the guide will be fixed inside. Now I've placed the stabilizing screws inside. Now you can see the guide is quite stable, and I'll start with my implant osteotomy. This is the BioHorizon Safe Guide kit. These are the different drills mentioned. This is 2.0 and 2.5, and then as goes on with the color coding for 3.8, and then if you want to extend it to 4.6 or 5.7. These are the implant drivers, and these are the drill tube keys. We're going to use this to hold the drill in the center. So according to the Implant guidelines, we were supposed to use the 28 drill length, and I'll be placing 3.8, so I'll be using till the yellow marking here with these length of drills till 3.2 width, the thickness of the drill. And I'll be using 2.0, 2.2 and 2.5 and 3.2. And below the kit you have the key holders, and you can actually hold the 2 keys on both the ends so that it saves times for you. These are the tissue punches provided with the kit, and they are of the implant sizes. If you can see, there is a yellow marking here, and this one is for 3.8, and this one is for 4.6, and this is for 5.8. This is the first tissue punch. I'm going to start with the implant osteotomy. According to this implant guideline, this is 28 drill length and 2.0. This is the first pilot drill, and this is the key. I'll be using it. I'm done with the pilot drill. This is 2.5 drill, and this is the 2.5 key. Now this is my last drill. This is the 3.2 drill for the implant 3.8, and this is the 3.2 key, and this is the last implant osteotomy drill that I'm going to use for this patient today. This is the implant driver. It's elongated with the length, and you have 4 markings here. It depends on the implant length that you're going to place, and it is in coordinates with the master cylinder being placed in the surgical guide. This is the implant. It's 3.8 in diameter and 15 mm in length. That was the 20 NCM torque that I received. That's the primary stability, which is coming from 20 mm. Now I increase it to 35 because I need the desired length to be proceeded inside. This is the second implant, same of length. 3.8 diameter, 15 mm length. Leave it. This is the fourth implant, which is of the same size, 3.8 in diameter and 15 mm in length. have received an initial stability of 35 NCM. Implants are at its place now. I'm going to remove these screws so that I can remove the guide. You can see I removed the guide and I can see all the implants at its place. Suction inside the implant, please. You can see all the 4 implants. These 2 are angulated. Now I'm going to place the healing abutments here in the anterior too, but in the posterior too I'm going to place the angulated multi-unit abutment, because once the tissue heals it will be difficult for us to place the multi-unit abutments later at the time of prosthesis insertion. So I'm going to place the multi-unit abutment right away and close it with the healing cap. This is the multi-unit abutment, and I'm going to use the abutment carrier screw. This lever actually helps us to carry the abutment into the implant. If you can see, the angulation is more outwards. So I'm going to rotate the implant so that this angulation is corrected in a more better manner. Now, how do we hand torque these? Because in this kit we don't have a hand torque driver, but this handpiece driver is modified in such a manner. I place the handpiece driver in the implant and use the torque wrench to get interlocked in the square groove that I have here, and it functions both as hand driver as well as handpiece driver. I'm going to rotate the implant as little as possible and keep placing the abutment and check my angle. Now if you can see, the angle of my abutment is corrected to straight. You can see the angle is corrected. It's more mesially angled, the screw of the prosthesis. I'm going to remove this driver and I'm going to torque this screw, the torque driver, so that it doesn't get loosened up during the healing phase. You see, now I received 20 NCM, I increase it to 25, I have 25, and that's the final 30. So I'm going to torque the screw now and tighten up. This is the other multi-unit abutment. I tighten up the driver and then I loosen up the plastic cylinder holding it. This implant already has a good angulation for the abutment. I'm going to fix the abutment to the same position. I'm going to torque the abutment screw so that it doesn't get loosened up. It's torqued to 30 NCM. Done for it today. The advantage of flapless. Open please. No sutures, nothing. A little bit of bleeding here at this point, but it's okay. Bleeding has stopped.